I want to thank all you guys for all the support that you have given us. That is literally the reason why Steelers Almighty is the fastest growing Steelers channel on YouTube right now. As always, super chats are wide open. We appreciate everybody that has sent us the super chats. As you know, you always can control the conversation. It also helps support us so we can help putting these podcasts out to you guys. So we appreciate that. Thank you in every way. Remember, like, follow, subscribe, and leave those comments continuously because that's what drives the algorithm. More importantly, I like going back and forth with you guys and talking to you guys. So continue to do that. We want to thank you for that. Let's move on here. So the Steelers got to settle on an offensive line. Yeah, they got to settle on an offensive line. Enough is enough. Broderick Jones being the swing tackle, although he played bad the other night, he's got to start playing better. And yeah, it just at some point he's got to step up. He's got to step up. And maybe that's the reason. Could it possibly be, that Dan Moore has shown to be as good a left tackle as Broderick Jones? Is that possible? I mean, is it possible? Because if that's the case, that's not good news, people. That's not good news. But Broderick Jones has got to step up. He's got to separate himself. He's got to do so much to say, hey, guys, enough. I'm the left tackle. Stop with all this shuffling back and forth. I am the left tackle. And maybe that's the reason why the Steelers are doing what they're doing is because maybe he hasn't shown enough that he can be the left tackle. Maybe Dan Moore's shown more. I don't know. But what I do know is that I think Broderick Jones has to be the left tackle of the future, and time is now. The time is now. Start putting it together and be better. Don't give me the elbow thing, because if his elbow is that hurt, there's no way he's playing into the third quarter at right tackle in the first preseason game. So let's not let this elbow thing be an excuse. We're not going to let that be an excuse. We're just not. So that's my thing. Is Jones actually a better left tackle? I would hope that he is, but if he's not, we're in trouble. Frasier needs to see more time at center. He needs to be the center, not just more time. He needs to be the starting center. Okay? There's no more ifs, ands, or buts. I don't want to talk about it anymore. He looks better than Herbig. He played better than Herbig. He's more technically sound than Herbig. It's his natural position where it's not Herbig's natural position. It's just time for Zach Frasier to take over the reins. We've dilly-dallied around long enough. It's time for Frasier to be the starting center. End of story. End of story. I don't want to hear anything else about it, quite frankly, because it's starting to it's the cohesion. We always talk about cohesion with the offensive line. Well, how do you get that if the guys that are going to be in these positions and that are the best players in those positions aren't getting the reps? It's time that they start getting the reps at those positions. Frasier needs to be put into the lineup immediately. Immediately. So now, Faetanu is a different story. Now, here's the thing about Troy Faetanu. It looks like that he had earned the right tackle starting job. And reports have come out is that when he's back and healthy, he is the starting right tackle. That's the word on the street. Yeah, he struggled a little bit in preseason game 1 in pass protection. And we'll get to the pass protection for the entire offensive line here in a quick second. But in run blocking, he did not struggle. He got after it, was aggressive. He's the right. That's the reports that Troy Faetanu has won the starting right tackle job. So when he's ready to go, he's implemented into that position. Good. He needs to be. Broderick Jones, you got to step up, though, on the other side. But Troy Faetanu, as a rookie, he's shown enough, apparently, to have earned himself a job. So look for that to happen once he is back and ready to get on the field. Look for Faetanu to be your starting right tackle. Is that now? Is it game 3 of the season? I don't know. But when he's ready, he supposedly is the starting right tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, let's get into some of this pass protection stuff, man. Yeah, it didn't look great. Didn't look great. First off, they got to be more physical. You got to be more physical in pass pro. We've seen it. The first snap of the game, somebody argued with me at preseason game number 1. They thought, oh, man, it was check down. I was like, it wasn't a check down. I go, Broderick Jones just gave up a short corner and got whipped. And I go, now the play was a screen is what the actual play was, but he's got to be better. We got to be more physical at the point of attack. I'm not saying to be aggressive. It's the last thing an offensive lineman needs to do is be aggressive in pass protection. But that doesn't mean you can't be physical. Punch at the point of attack. You got to be able to do that. And we struggled. We got to be a more physical offensive line. Got to be more physical. You know, get out in space. You see here, get out in space and hit somebody. Get in the way. Be an athlete out there. That's the key to all of this. So we'll see what happens moving forward. But we had a lot of quarterback pressures in that first game that I don't think needed to be there. A lot of quarterback pressures we got to clean up. A lot that we got to clean up. So let's go to our first poll question. Let's go to the poll. So poll question, what tackle combo do you want to see start week 1 versus the Atlanta Falcons? First, you got Broderick Jones at left tackle, Dan Moore at right. Now, that's the one that's never going to happen because Dan Moore, I don't want to play right tackle. I can't play right tackle. So if you put that one in the comments, you're just being funny. You're just being funny. Second one, left tackle, Moore. Right tackle, Fanu. And Broderick Jones on the bench. Do you want to see that? If Broderick Jones can't get it together, we very well might see that. Third, left tackle is Jones. Right tackle, Fanu. I think that's the best one. I think that's the one that we need to see. But we'll see. We will see. And then last, left tackle is Moore. Right tackle is Jones. I mean, if Fanu's hurt, that's what we will see. So leave your answers in the comments there, people, on which tackle combo that you want to see week 1 versus the Atlanta Falcons.